1 out of 1,000. What place value on the chart is the thousandths place? How many places past the decimal is the thousandths place? On the place value chart up above the smartboard, how many places to the right is the thousandths? Megan? 3. Here's the tenths. Here's the hundredths. Here's the thousandths. So, to write 1,000th as a decimal, what do we need to do? How many places do you go past the decimal? Huh? 3. So I'm going to draw 3 lines. And where do I put the 1? Do I put it in the tenths place?
No.
Do I put it in the hundredths place?
No.
Do I put it in the thousandths place? Yes. So some of you, I know, would put the 1 here and put 2 zeros at the end and call that 1,000. That's not 1,000. That's 100 thousandths. The correct answer for this one is if you shade 1 out of the 1,000, you go 3 places over to the 1,000 and you put a 1. What's going to go here? Do you have any dimes? Do you have any pennies? No. You only have 1,000. Now, in this case, you have to really back up from the money because there's clearly nothing that has to do with thousandths, right? We can talk about 100 pennies. We can talk about dimes. Okay? A $1,000 bill would be a whole number. That would be on the left of the decimal point, which would go here. Okay? If I have a $1,000 bill, that would be like this. I have $1,000 bill and no cents. This one, I have a 1,000. Okay? Look at page 7, and I want you to write a fraction for what you see in the hundredths chart to the left of it now. Hundredths chart, the 1 out of 100. So the first one on top of page 7. Write a fraction, write a decimal, write a percent for page 7, the first one on the top. How many are shaded? How many are in all? Supposed to come up with a fraction, decimal, and percent for how much was shaded. What'd you come up with for a fraction, Megan? 25 out of 100. You also came up with 1/4 as a decimal. How many places past the decimal do I need to go? Amanda? 2, because I'm going to the hundredths place. And what do I need to fill in? 25. So this is 25 hundredths. Okay? How do I turn it into a percent? Ernie? out of 100%, right? To change a decimal into a percent, we move the 2 places to the right and add the percent. So this is worth 25%. Okay? Which you knew that already anyways. Clear the ink and let's move to the thousandths chart. If you look at these two right now, what do you notice just by looking at them? Hayden? Yeah, they both have exactly the same amount of space shaded, right? So shouldn't it be equal to each other? So let's see what we come up with for the decimal fraction and percent of a thousandth. How many pieces are there in all? 1,000. Now, we got to figure out how many are shaded. How many little squares are in one square here? 10. So here's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And if I have that 5 times, 10 times 50 in each row, 10 times 5 is 50. So if I do that 5 times, what's 50 times 5? Elise? Roman. So how many are shaded in all? Lindsay? 250 out of the 1,000 squares, right? To write this as a decimal, I put the decimal down, and how many places do I need to go to get to the thousandths place? Kennedy? 3. What do I need to fill in for 250 thousandths? 250. Isn't 0.250 the same as 0.25? There's nothing in the thousandths place. Is this the same? Let me ask you a question. Look here. Is 0.250 the same as 0.025? How many squares will we have filled in for this one?